Right, so Nos is going to start recording it, I think, if it's not recording already. No, it is, I see it. Right, guys, yeah. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone had a good trading week last week. Like Nos said, the Pip Room did pretty well. Finished the month off pretty strong. And yeah, guys, we're literally going to look at a few pairs, keep that momentum going. Keep that momentum going from last week. I know this month generally in trading has been a bit weird. I think but the pip room is still banging out pips. We're still doing the markups, and we're still hitting profits. All right. So you know what I really liked was when a few people showed initiative, right, in the pip bandits and say, right, guys, me and Joseph and Nos saying, let's look at this pair, let's look at that pair. That's good. That shows to me and to Nos as well, and to Joseph that people are taking something from these calls. We've been doing this for a couple of months now, pretty much consistently. So it's good to know that people are taking that initiative, right? Looking at the markups from last week or the week before, seeing how they pan out, and posting their own markups in the chat. I have a look at him. Nos looks at him. Joseph does as well. And I remember yesterday when I got asked that, I thought that's brilliant. That's what I want. So I think moving forward, we'll definitely take more suggestions. I mean, today we're going to look at two pairs. Well, we're going to look at three pairs, two of the pairs that were mentioned in the Pip Bandits yesterday or the day before. So we'll crack on with it. Okay, we'll get on with it. Just bear me a sec. I'll get my screen shared for you. Okay, brilliant. So everyone can see my screen, yeah? Right, I need people to mute themselves as well, please. Okay. Okay, right, brilliant. So one of the markups that was asked in the Pit Bandits for us to have a look at was Euro Chef. Okay, quite an interesting pair. So we'll zoom out. Okay, just to get a bit of picture of how the market is, and it's always important to see how the market. I'm not saying go from its fruition, go right to the wherever this started in 1990 or something. We're here. We're around here. We need to look at where we're at the moment. We need to look at certain areas of the market, because what's happened before, in regards to certain areas, will happen again. So you can see right here, this is a key area of support and resistance. This was a resistance, 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 and now it became a support recently. And this was a resistance line back in 2016, right? We're in 2018, 2019 now. Okay, so you can see how certain areas in the market are always respected, guys. Always respected, right? From years ago as well. So you can see how we've got a couple of touches on the support trend. We're actually coming to our third key. I'll repeat myself, third key. I know we've got loads of different touches here, but I class that as one key touch, two key touches, and that's a third touch coming right now. Okay. And you can see that's on the support trend. You can also see here what position we're in. Like I said, a resistance area that's turned into support, And you can see how this has been respected recently. This is September last year. So you can see how this price has been going up and down, and it's not really broken out of this downtrend here. Okay, it's kind of stayed in this little area. Okay, and you can see this is also a good area of support and resistance. Okay, that support, good area of support there as well. So, you can see how price has been fluctuating in this region. And when it's come to the trend line here, you can see how it's respected it a couple of times. So we're in a position now where, if we kind of break this down a bit more, you can see what price has done. Okay, price has broken. It kind of respected that support level, and then broke it. Kind of did a little bit of a retest, hesitated for a bit, and gone down. So I'm expecting that to maybe push down us a little bit more. So I had pips talking. So obviously we're not looking for the sell here really. So about 15, 20 pips drop, maybe probably catch them as well before they move up. And again, we want to kind of go to this region here, as you can see, good area of support. Good area of support. So we could see that turn into resistance. So that's what we want to see. Okay, that's what hopefully we can see with Eurochef. I want to kind of see some pullback. As you can see, we've been on a down trend for quite a while, especially after its respective distance trend. Okay, so that's Eurochef. And always, guys, if it isn't to do that and it is to break out, you want to see that breakout, retest on the outside, probably in a 4 hour, I'd say, before the move down. Okay. Your retests are very important, guys, and I'm going to show you how important retests are on the gold markup. So gold, guys, has been great. It's been doing some pretty mad things. We were in this region. We called it. Me and Joseph called it, and we've been preaching about it for time. So we called it. It sold. It made that handle on the cup and handle formation, and you can see where we're at right now. So you can see one's uptrend, okay, and we've got trends here. Of course, we've got trends here as well. Can't discard them as well, okay. And you can see literally how they all work. Right, guys, you need to mute yourselves, guys. Come on, show some respect. You need to mute yourselves. So, as you can see, we're on this uptrend here, broken it, retested. This is on a 4 hour as well. So anything that happens on a high time frame, guys, it's just better confirmation, right? It's just much more confirmation. So as you can see, it's broke, retested, and started this little trend here as well. Okay, as you can see, it's an uptrend, and it broke. Okay, you can see it in the hourly a bit more. It broke, retested in the hourly, it went down. Okay, it's one of the key support trends. Okay, it's one of the key support trend lines, which is here, right? So we're in a position now where we could see some increase in gold. We've seen quite a lot of downfall in gold this week. Okay, so we could expect, a rise up in gold. So we're at a key level right now. We're at a good level of support, right? We're at a good level of support, as you can see. I can just draw that for you. We're at a good level of support, right? You can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, So we're at a position now where we could see price. Price is a good opportunity now to literally boom, right? Okay. And we're looking at what? Yeah, good moves, big moves. So if price isn't to do that, obviously what you want to see is it breaking. Okay, it breaking. And then retesting on the outside, okay, and then making its way down to that support trend line, okay, making its way down to that support trend line. If that does happen, you want to be careful. You probably want to put your take profit just slightly above the support trend, but you can see here how price respects certain areas. Around this region here is a pretty good area of support. So if price was to break, this area, if price was to go down and retest on the outside and go down again, and it continued to go down, and it was to break, retest, you probably want to see it come to this region here, okay? But I do really like it when price is at regions like this, where price can do one or two things. It's pretty much a beautiful setup for either or. So it's important it's important you make sure you're looking for your confirmations and you're not entering too early, right? That's one of the most important things. Do not enter without the retest. Do not enter without that previous candle closing. Okay. I know we're in an hour time frame right now. That's all good. If you can get in a 4 hour, that'd be brilliant as well, right? That'd be brilliant as well. So that's gold. Okay, that's gold. I need to move this out of the way. Okay, UCAD. Okay, we're going to go on to UCAD right now. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. All right. So as you can see, we are on this trend here. We're riding this support trend. We've got key touch, 2, 3, 4 key touches. Okay, and then price essentially created another incline, another support. Okay, and obviously we kind of got this ceiling here, we have the, resistance area on this region. And you can see where price is at the moment. You can see where price at the moment. And again, it's a very good area of price reversal, very good area of, support and resistance. Look, we're talking from way back here. Look at this, look where this price was reversed. This is in 2017, great area of resistance, great area of price reversal. Okay. And that also happens to be a key area on this new support, this support trend off the major support. Okay, so this is the major support down here, and this is the support off that. Okay, and again, we've got some key touches. We're at a very good area right now. Okay, so again, I like this is literally the same as gold. You can see price can do literally one or two things. Okay, it's in a very good position, a very good area. If you're looking at confirmations, guys, we've practically got them all. If you're looking at confirmations, we've practically got them all. All we've got to do is wait for that candle to close, hopefully in a 4 hour it's going up. We want to kind of see, probably reach this level here. This is a pretty good area. I wouldn't want to say it will break, once we get to that region there, then we'll see if it's going to break, retest, or continue in this little wedge-like formation, break out later on. Or price can do the opposite, literally break out, retest on the outside and go down. Okay, and if price is to go down, I kind of want to see it go to this region here first of all. So it's not me using fibs or anything. I'm looking at certain levels. Okay, probably around. I have that on my first take profit, probably just around there, and then you can maybe move it down if it was to break below. I'll probably go for around somewhere around here. But yeah, that's it. That is if it is to break. And as you can see, that's literally a forward tracement of this swing here. So let's have a look. So yeah, so I wasn't too far off at 786 level. So around that region. So yeah, so that's really it, guys, for me. I'll obviously post these in the chat, in the Bandits chat. And again, yeah, the take-home message this week, guys, is literally, don't panic, don't panic buy, don't panic sell anything. Wait for your, all your confirmations. Trust me, if you're rushing, you're not going to win, right? You're not going to win. So make sure you take your time. Any questions, please do put them in the Pit Bandits chat. You can private message me. I've got a busy couple of weeks ahead of me myself personally, but I'm always here for you guys. I'm always answering your calls, your messages. If I can't reply, I'll say, listen, give me an hour or something, I'll get back to you. All right. So yeah, that's really it for me, guys. Nos.
Yeah, thanks for that, Zane. Joe, are you on here? I just messaged Joe. Fred, I know you jumped on a bit late, but this is being recorded, so don't worry. Theodore, welcome. Right, so does anybody have any questions on the pairs that were looked at there just now? Just pop, or any trading questions at all for this coming week?
Please unmute yourselves. If you got any questions?
You can unmute yourself. Okay, so everybody is straight with what they're doing. I think there was something talking about there's going to be a Brexit vote tomorrow. I think that is an all fool's joke because there isn't. I don't believe there is a vote on Brexit. There is going to be another vote, but I think that vote they're talking about tomorrow is a hoax. But we're just going to have a look at the news here because the fundamentals are quite important. So let's just have a look at what's going on with the news this week. Just give me a second. Let's see. Yeah, so there's quite a bit of news. And in fact, it does indeed look as though there is a vote tomorrow on Brexit. So looking at what's happened this week, I mean, I personally got caught out with GU on that Brexit vote. Was in a buy position, was doing quite well. I think we're up 40 pips, and then didn't secure a profit. And then what subsequently happened? It went into 106 pip loss, hit stop loss. So it's a thing that, because you may assume a lot of people may not know how to use a trailing stop. So just to go over what it is like, if you start at zero, okay, you start your trade at zero and you're moving towards your target of say plus 20, you have a stop loss of minus 10. When you get to 10 and your trade is to 10, what you should do is at least move your stop loss from minus 10 to zero. Okay, so that, or maybe to 1 because you've got your spread. And so you just manually go in and edit your stop loss to a point of break even or marginally in profit. So that means that if the trade does come back when you're away, if you fall asleep, if you're out, whatever, then it's a risk-free trade, okay? And you should do that when your trade is at least 40 to 50 pips in profit. Some people do it, move their stop loss again, but you don't want to have your stop loss 70, 80 pips. You go into profit 40, 50 pips, and then you just assume that it's going to continue because, like I said, with pairs like GU, GA, EA, sometimes the correction can be quite deep. And so that's just another way. The good thing about it is that if you secure your profits early, not secure profits, but if you move your trailing stop to break even, you can just manage your trade and just come back, still in the trade, move it down a little bit and keep riding that trade rather than just hitting 50 pips, closing it, and then seeing this thing run to like 200 pips and you're out the trade. Now you're looking for re-entry points at a different starting position. Another way that you can manage your trade is also to take partial profits. So what that means now is that you can, say if you're 40, 50 pips in, you can secure half of your position. So if you're using a standard lot, all you do is you just close to 50 pips, 0.50. Okay, so that's actually securing, and that will take half of your profits off the table and the trade will continue to run. Okay, so if you're in the pit room, we've got guidance on all of this, but if you're not, you can also just Google it because we don't have any other public videos on that, but you could just, how to manage your trade is really, really important, especially with things like Brexit. Now, with Brexit and other trade news, what we do is we can spike trade the news. So what we do is we hedge buy stops and sell stops in either direction of the trade so that if it spikes one way, we're in the trade and it activates our entry. And if it spikes the other way, it does the same and we just ride it out. And so for the last 2 weeks, we've been doing that on certain events, not just Brexit, but also JPY and NZD news, and, getting a quick 50, 40 pips on, within a few minutes. So there's some, I'm just looking here. Of course, Friday is NFP. So yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, don't worry so much about the news. We're technical TA traders, technical analysis traders. So we always look at what the chart's saying and don't get too emotional with the news. But it's always good to pay attention to the news when you're trading. So that's it. If no, I'm just going to check to see if anybody else has anything else to say. Any questions? Okay, Denver, no problem. So we're going to cut it short here now. And yeah, see you guys. Look forward to seeing your results in the pit room and Pit Bandits. And thanks a million, Zane. Those markups are diamond. They're going to be on the Instagram chat, right? You're going to put them on Instagram?
Yeah, sorry, Nas. Yeah, I am. Literally going to do that now. I've sent them in the chat, but it's just for some reason not going through. I think in the Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, put the link on there. Yeah, and we also have been placing signals on the Instagram chat.
Right. Yeah.
Independent signals. So you guys, if you're not in the pit room, you want a sample of the sort of stuff that we do in the pit room. You could just have a look on the pit room chat. There's also the pit lobby. We drop signals in there occasionally. And all of them have been doing quite well. So, All right, that's it. We do have some new pricing coming for the pit room, so check it out tomorrow. And thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Zen. Thanks a million, Zen. And let's get these 3 points.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. Go Magpies. All right.